Hey guys, part 2 of my review with Angelic Ice Fantasy and Styled Photography, Tanisha Lloyd from South Africa. If you haven't watched the first part, I'll catch you up quickly. Tanisha Lloyd, on March 22nd, a follower of mine reached out to me via email stating that she noticed a photographer in South Africa was using my images. I looked at what she sent me and I immediately emailed the owner, Tanisha Lloyd, and said to cease and desist. And while I was looking through her pictures, I noticed there were quite a few. I was not aware at the time just how many she stole. It ended up being over 78, actually over 80 images, 344 times over 8 years. She stole my images, put her logo on them, and then used them to, and they were, a lot of them were images of minor children. Others were digital backgrounds. She stole off my website and removed my logo, and you could still see the grid marks on my work. And she would use them, sell those to her clients as part of composites. She would use the images of minor children, pretending that she took them. I'll show that evidence to you. So I made a demand. She ignored it. She hired attorneys to try to intimidate me and threaten me with criminal action if I shared my experience with her stealing from me. And then she went and made this post. So I'm going to go through this post, and then I'm going to go through it and show you some of the theft, and then I'm going to go into her campaign for libel against me with the most recent review she left on Google. So everything that she does, I am going to share publicly as a way to defend myself and my brand. She has recently had somebody make a statement on Google that I make fun of children with medical conditions, which is absolutely horrendous, false, outrageous, and if anybody knows me, you know that's false. I'm not worried about the people who know me. I'm worried about the people who don't. It's an intentional act to sabotage my business and my reputation, which is defamation and libel in this case. So let's start with a little bit of libel here. She states that she wants to take a moment to update her followers on a distressing situation that's been affecting her business. She's been dealing with a series of serious online attacks from a photographer named Tara Mapes, who has falsely accused her of stealing her work and harassing her business and social media platforms. Despite her best efforts to resolve the matter professionally, Tara continued to defame my name publicly, post misleading and damaging statements, and encourage others to report and harass her. This includes spreading false information, inciting cyberbullying, and sharing personal details, including family photos, in a cruel and harmful manner. She states she wants to ensure that she's always operated with integrity and professionalism. The image in questions were digital backgrounds downloaded off Google, false, and Pinterest, false, in 2017, false. I mean, all of this is false. We'll get to it. When she started theme photography with no watermarks on them, as well as 4 Harry Potter images that were newly posted for advertising that was found off Pinterest with no watermarks, posted along with her own image. She can say that she was wrong in doing this, and she took immediate action to resolve any misunderstandings and removed all images. That's also false. As of April 4th, she still has not removed all images. And she worked with legal counsel to protect her rights. Unfortunately, Tara continues to escalate the situation with the ongoing harassment is affecting her business and her safety and the well-being of her family, and it's become incredibly stressful and harmful, etc. So to address this just one by one, I have not attacked her. I left a review for her, which she removed her reviews off of her Facebook page, and I left a review on Google because I want people to know my followers being shared by someone else claiming they were hers. So most importantly, it's if you protect the business, but also this is not just a oops, I didn't realize it. Every single image of mine is marked. It's part of my automated process. Every image I have has a watermark. It has my logo on it, my name, or my website. So it was actually removed, and I'm going to show you proof of that. I have never defamed her. Defamation is posting false information. I've never shared anything false. I've stated exactly what she's done, and I've backed it up with evidence. Here you will see she has none. I have not encouraged others to report or harass her. You can look through all of this. These posts are public, and you can look at it. As you can see right here, this is public. You can see everything that I've posted. She stated they were from 2017. I have proof that it was from 2017 through 2025 for 8 years. And she said 4 Harry Potter images. There's way more than that. I'm going to show you those. They were newly posted last week. I'm going to show you that she took the ones that she's referencing here back in December, used them in December, used them in January, used them in February. When I first reached out to her, she stated that it was her, here's the proof that somebody messaged me on the 22nd. When I first reached out to her, I'm going to do this so you can read it. I said it looked like she preemptively blocked me. And what the person said here is that her comment was deleted and she still left the images up. So let me just say, when she says that she did it by accident, and you'll see, when you see all of the images, you're going to be like, wow, how can she even defend herself? And so anyway, she said she tried to tag me, she deleted the image and blocked her. So she was trying to continue to infringe. She deleted, or she blocked me as well. That's when I noticed she had a lot of my digital backgrounds and I was starting to try to figure out who she was. Now, here, I'm going to start with, this is an image that she posted of mine from January. My name is here. This was images taken in 2023 that she stole and shared in 2025. This is an image that I did in 2022 that she stole, removed my name, and shared in January 2025. This is an image of my niece taken in 2018 that she shared in 2024. And again, look at this. And you can tell when they remove the watermark, you could tell that there's edits done to the picture, or it's darker where it's been removed. So you can see this was removed. She placed hers above it. And again, this is my niece. Here is images from 2024 that she stole. And I want to show you this. She stole it in December, used it in 2024. She also used it in March, where she was just stating that she only used it in the last week. Here's an image I shared just on December 13th, 2024. She stole it 13 days and used it 13 days later. So she's clearly stalking my page for my work. Again, showing when I shared it. She used my wizard images from 2022, 2024, in November 2024, December 2024, January 2025, and March of 2025. And there are more than 4 from that one set. Here's another one. October 20th, 2024, she shared it. January 19th, 2025. And again, look at this. This is removed. You can see that she added like a little line here where when she was trying to fill in. And then she placed her logo on it. Now, in her statement, she says it was an accident. I shouldn't have taken it off Pinterest. If that was the truth, just like when she blocked the person who originally reported and blocked me, why would you put your logo on someone else's work and claim it's yours? Okay, and she used them here, as you can see, to advertise. Here's another one from 2019, my image, and then you can also still see the watermarks, or not the watermark, but you can see the, here's my name on it. You can see the, and you can see how she darkens where she removes the name so it's not as obvious. But you can also see the grid marks. If you zoom in, you can still see my grid marks present on the image. So she's stealing the image and then, again, using it and claiming it's hers. This is my email to her where I stated, you infringed on my copyright. And you placed your logos on them. You're located in South Africa. You need to remove these, etc. That was my notice to her. It's longer. I'll show you her responses because they're different than what she posted here. This is my stepdaughter's image right here. Her name's Peyton. Here's my name, and here's the grid marks. You can still see the grid marks. I'll show you a zoomed in, but you can see here where she removed my stepdaughter's head and placed another child's on it. And you can still see, again, the grid marks right here, zoomed in, that are still present from this image. And once again, where she removes my name, it's darker. You can see where she's trying to cover up the fact that it's been removed. So here's her response saying, oh, I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm dealing with the sabotage of an admin member I let go last week who took my watermark and is now hacking my Facebook page. Now remember, at the beginning of this video, she stated that it was Pinterest and there was no Google, or there was a Google and Pinterest and there were no watermarks. Now she's saying that an admin, the first time she said it was an admin who took her watermark and did it. So which is it? Again, so far, if you look at the evidence, there's only one person lying here, and that's going to be the theme. She said she was reporting all of the things to Facebook, and she's also in a legal battle against another member on her team for doing it to, I think it was a wedding photographer. My apologies. I'm going through the page now to remove anything that hasn't been posted by me. And again, my work today is still on her page. And it's not just her Facebook page. It's also on other public online sites that she shared it to, and social media platforms now that she's locked down. And I told her, that's the oldest story and I'm not going to buy it. Everybody says it was my assistant, it was a marketing team, it was somebody else. I said, the post I shared with you wasn't posted today. It was posted on March 11th. So your story that everyone uses that your admin being terminated last week doesn't add up. It makes zero sense why your admin would want to credit you with my work and book sessions. But I digress. I don't care about the excuses. Infringement occurred. I'm not angry. I'm litigious and I'll take action. So Google me. And I've also looked at my Etsy shop. You never purchased any of the digital backgrounds. Provide proof. Spoiler alert, she couldn't provide proof because she didn't. She never bought anything from me. So she said, I'm not crediting you, etc. She said it would be under, and she knew right here that she was giving me false information. She sent 7 receipts from shops that are not mine and don't have the backgrounds that I sent her a video showing right here. I said, none of these are from my shop. You never purchased from me. Remove them. Here's a video of the images. And she said, I'll call my website guy now and get him to remove those sites. Now look at this excuse. I apologize. Those backgrounds on the website was back in 2017. False, as you saw. And again, there's over 80 I have proof of, but I showed you enough to show you the extent, how it's happening from 2017 to 2025. The images she had were created during that whole 8-year period. There were none that were just, they were not all just 2017. So I knew then she was lying. Well, at this point, now I'm looking through everything and I'm realizing the extent of the theft and the impersonation of my business. She said, I don't even remember where I got those from and I don't even have those anymore. That's false because I also show in the links that I have, I'll show you those as well, that I have 344 links that between the 8 years that she's still using all of them. I have assisted you with removing the image off the website and I've gone through everything to make sure they're nowhere. That was false. Then she offered to purchase backgrounds from me, which of course I'm not going to let her buy anything from me at this point. So I was then at this point, this is almost 2 days later, after I realized that it wasn't just she took some images and, you know, it was extensive, more extensive than any theft I've ever had. I left a review on her Facebook page and she immediately blocked me, blocked the review option, which removed all reviews. And I said, as you are now aware, I know that you're a liar and you've been illegally using my images for years to profit and build your business. I spent the last 2 days gathering evidence. You even used my images of my niece when she was a toddler. Disgusting. If you're represented by an attorney, provide that attorney information and I will be sending invoices. If you choose not to pay voluntarily, I'll begin action against your company. She did not respond. I gave her one final opportunity to respond. She chose to ignore me. And then I said, this is my final direct email. You will receive invoices. You have received them. Actually, I saw it. She viewed them. But if you don't respond, I'm not going to give you the opportunity to settle it via email again. And she didn't. I said, you were wrong. You need to make it right. She refused. This is the review I left. Steals images. Stolen my work and images over the course of 8 years. You don't get to steal and then cover it up. But she's trying. Because after I left that review, and here I want to show you. Let's see if I can zoom out here. This was 25 pages. Just the first report, 25 pages of links. The second one was 43 pages of links. There were 344 links just on her Facebook. Here's to show you the sheer volume of where I'm at. These are folders of all the images, the legal documents, her libel, the links to the infringement, timelines, image evidence, everything. It's extensive. Then she sent this email, and I'm going to have you watch the other email or watch the other video because this is long. But they basically said if I didn't shut up about it, they were going to take criminal action against me. I responded and said, you're not allowed to say that because you can't threatened criminal action for honest reviews, and then I made a demand. You can pause this if you want to read through it. Or again, I have another video. It's just very long to get through this. I showed all the proof to her attorney, and then I made, I showed that she had either someone or made fake profiles to call me a liar, that I threatened a mother of two. Again, please look at all of my public posts, that I created phishing sites and spammed them with fraudulent attempts for financial crimes or something, that I have a track record for psycho behavior, that my posts were false narratives, and that I steal people's work. This is additional libel. Now remember, we started this video with her saying she's being attacked. We started this video with her saying that she's been defamed. We started this video with her saying that I am calling on people to do the things she is calling people on to do. Okay, so this is actual defamation, and I showed that to her attorneys. I'm a pathetic liar. I use fraudulent websites to invoice. The invoices, I can show that too, came from PayPal. She never used my shit because people have taste in South Africa. The only thief is you, etc. So then I made a counter demand, and again, you could go through it. It says that she needs to pay for the usage of my images, that she will delete everything that she still hasn't deleted, that she'll stop infringing, that she'll stop bullying and harassing and defaming me, she'll provide her profits from the images she used of mine, and then we need to discuss the settlement, and she will also admit guilt and publicly apologize to me for infringement and harassment. The attorneys responded. Here's proof of the person. I showed that edited comment there. And the attorneys responded saying that she denied ever doing anything wrong. So again, let's start off with, we started off with her saying this is a media release. It was an accident. It was just Pinterest. But then you see that in the emails, it was, oh my gosh, it was an admin member that did it. And the website people put them up there in 2017. And I'm sorry, I don't know how that happened. Now it's through her attorneys. I never did any of that, okay? So this was my response to her attorneys. Again, I recommend you watch that email or that other YouTube video. I'll link it below because it's long, but it's worth the watch. So now she has posted or had her friend post a Google review stating this: I'm deeply concerned by the actions of Tara Mapes, who has been involved in sharing false and hurtful content online. Recently, she posted videos and images on her Facebook account that were not only untrue, but also targeted a South African woman and her child. Tara made jokes about the child's medical condition, which was not only insensitive, but disrespectful to the family. This is on my business profile. Now, again, this person who's in South Africa would have to have seen what I posted in public, which means you can see everything I've posted. So there's proof. If you know me, you know I would never do that. But there's proof that never happened. Just like there's proof when the Genie profile said that I was stealing other people's work and I'm a psychopath and I create phishing sites or whatever. These are all attacks and attempts to intimidate me from taking legal action against her for building her business off my work. People who don't know me will see something like this, and they may decide not to do business with me, which is her intention. So I want to close this with imagining. Imagine you wake up one day and find that somebody's telling you that somebody used some of your images. And as you realize someone's been stalking you for 8 years and stealing your work and literally building their business off everything you do. And then when you tell that person they need to pay for it, they block you, they hire an attorney that threatens to put you in jail and falsely states they open an FBI case against you. They get people like Jeannie and this person and another person on TikTok calling me names. There was actually another one. I'll actually go through and show you another person that commented telling me that I'm in the wrong for going public with this to defend my business. Imagine that somebody goes to this effort, will put in so much work to steal, to defame, to lie, and to harm, instead of saying, I'm sorry, what do I owe you? Let's get this done. Because everything that I've done is in response to her. Everything that's happened is in response to her. Every time I have to post a new video, it's in response to her escalation. This is just something else she's added to the claims. Now let me get to the review I left for her where the other person was. Here we go. 163 comments, all comments. And let's see if her friends are still here because I didn't delete them. This is one. I don't know why that's hidden. Maybe it's because I blocked them. Oh, here she is. Tara Mapes, if you truly knew anything about her, you would believe her and stop this cyberbullying. This is insane to me, honestly. She creates special photos for children with cancer for free. My son was one of them. She works a massive ocean away from you on a completely different continent. Does that mean that I should just let her use my work and my money to make money? You can come at me and cuss at me, but I had to watch my 5-year-old son die in my arms and nothing scares me anymore. So I said to her, my actions, but your actions on social media and how you're handling this says more about you. First, I want to point out that her actions were stealing images of minor children, removing my watermark, my hard work, my credit, and taking my money and making money from it. That says more about anyone in the situation. Secondly, my actions are defending my name. It got so excessive that one of my followers reached out and told me, hey, what's going on? So defending my name against her thieving friend, does no one over there pay consequences for their actions? Your comment is wild, unreal, and out of touch. Your friend stole my images of children over 8 years, exploited them for money, and then threatened to file criminal charges against me if I told people. What part of that is a nice person? I would love to know. Here she is sending another random to my page to victimize me again and again and again. Nope. Your friend's getting sued, and this is exactly why. She thinks she doesn't have to face the consequences and that she can bully her victims and have others do it. She stole my images for 8 years and profited from my work, my business, my clients' children. Who are you to come to me and tell me how to act, what to do? I bet if your child was in one of the images stolen, you'd feel differently. I pour my heart, soul, and money into my work. You don't get to come to my page and tell me to let a thief go. Get real, stop victim blaming, and start talking to your buddy about not doing illegal things. So she stated, first of all, she's not my personal friend. I wasn't sent to bully you. I saw your review that you could have handled this civilized and didn't need to create posts on social media, enticing other people to harass her. I was simply stating that what I know of her has only been good, especially for sick children, and you didn't need to escalate the situation. If you wanted to take it the legal route, that's your prerogative, but people are quick to run to social media. So while she responds to this, so I respond back. Now I'm responding on my phone, so I'm having to go back and post these pictures. So I said, I did send her an email. She ignored my request to settle out of court. There's nothing civilized about stealing pictures of children and pretending you photographed them. There's nothing civilized about infringement, theft, and dishonesty. And when she removed my name from my work and posted it publicly claiming it was her work, she took it public first. My followers notified me, meaning they were confused exactly what infringement does. She had no right to steal from me, and I have every right to defend my work, my name, and my business. And then I showed her evidence. Again, is this very civilized? Is this civilized? Is this civilized? Just checking if this is civilized. And what about this? And is this poor Tanisha, right? Poor Tanisha. Poor Tanisha. And I said, so when do I matter? Now, again, I'm responding via my phone, so I can't do like, I'm making a comment and I'm responding to it. Like, is this civilized? You can't make an image post with a bunch. So that was how I ended my response to her. When do I matter, Maggie? When does wrong just equal wrong? And she said, so now you're going to start harassing me in your posts just for a simple comment I made? Wow. Glad you are in the US. And I said, okay, now you don't want to talk? Bye. And I blocked her, because how can you come to someone's page, tell them that they're not being a good victim, that they need to be quiet, they shouldn't have gone to social media, and that person did something good for her so she can't do anything wrong. But then when she's faced with all of this evidence, she tells me I'm harassing her for responding. Literally feels like I'm in the Twilight Zone. So here we are. I have engaged with an attorney in South Africa. I've gotten everything together for her to review. I've sent over the latest 1-star review and the attempt, and I will continue to publish the series of exactly what happens. So every time Tanisha sends somebody to my page to harass me, I will post a video. Every time Tanisha sends someone to my Google review page, I will post a video. And every video I post will be an honest review of my experience with Angelic Ice Photography with Tanisha Lloyd. And so every time a public post is made, it is searchable. It creates a search so that I can combat all the defamation that is happening against my business and my name. Tanisha stole my images for 8 years. She built her business using my images for 8 years. You can see that her follower count significantly increased as she started using my images. She removed my watermark and profited by exploiting the images of minor children she had no authorization to steal and infringe on. And now she's truly sending people to defame me. She's making posts that truly are defamatory, that truly are false. Everything I've said, everything I've posted has been backed up with evidence, screenshots, emails, communications, letters, images, etc. She has shared no evidence to exonerate herself because she can't. So because she cannot combat this with the truth, she makes up lies, and I will continue to share them.